In this video, I will discuss all parameters regarding interview. Means while you are appearing in interview, once you go to UPSC interview board, what all parameters they are taking in consideration while awarding you marks. You know, many candidates are getting as low as 45 marks and as high as 130 marks since last year in 22 batch students got 130. Then whatever the maximum marks we have to consider about that. So there are certain parameters regarding personality test interview. Actually UPSC says it as personality test. So there are certain criteria, certain terms which are used in judging the candidates. Obviously, UPSC is not saying on that part, I have provided, we have provided these marks. Board is not saying you on this parameter you are at bad. But in general, there are consideration. And UPSC itself has written, not in your assistant commandant specific, but as per personality test, UPSC says on that parameters, on these criteria, they will judge a candidate. Always remember, they are uh, unbiased. They are not biased towards any candidate. Some candidates think yes, they are biased towards Hindi medium or something. I don't think that because so many candidates from Hindi medium itself, they got very good marks. So don't bother about the biasness. They are unbiased. They are competent enough to judge you. Whatever is the age of yours, they are having more experience than your age. Two exceptions are there, but in general, you candidates are 20 to 25, 28, 30 means 36, 35, 36 maximum. So they are having experience of 40 years, 35 years, 30 years of experience in different segments. For example, in administration, for example, in defense, in as a teaching career, they are having vast experience. So in this video, I will discuss what all they are saying regarding interview. So this is just the basic introduction. No need to go in detail. So interview is a meeting of people. Okay. So it is about face to face, especially for consultation of for dictionary. It says interview is a meeting of people face to face, especially for consultation of for dictionary. A meeting at which information is obtained. So Merriam-Webster says a meeting at which information is obtained. So different types of interview is there. A meeting in which someone asks you a question to see if you are suitable for a job or a course. So this definition is close to yours. The first and second is not that much important. Next, for example, so it is Cambridge Dictionary. Next, an interview is a formal meeting at which someone is asked questions in order to find out if they are suitable for a job or a course of study. So it is about Collins Dictionary says कि an interview is a formal meeting at which someone is asked questions in order to find out if they are suitable. So this and these are means more close to your requirement. Now, what UPSC says? So UPSC says the candidate will be interviewed by a board who will have before them a record of the candidate's career, means your DAF, detailed application form. The candidate will be asked questions on matter of general interest. The object of the interview or personality test is to assess the personal suitability of a candidate for a career in public service by a board of competent and unbiased observer. See, here you are in public service as an assistant commandant. The interview or personality test is intended to judge the mental caliber of a candidate. In broad terms, this is really an assessment of not only intellectual qualities, but also social traits and interest in current affairs. It is not about intellectually you are sharp, but also your social traits. Social traits means how you are behaving in group, how you are considering different sections of society, means what is your understanding or what is your attitude towards female, what is your behavior towards downtrodden section of society, what is your behavior towards the damsels and those who seek your assistance or societal assistance, how you are behaving with your seniors, how you are behaving with your juniors. and interest in current affairs. What all are happening in and around the world? Obviously, you will not know in minute detail. But what all major interests are there in current affairs? So if anything is happening, let's take for example, if there is any a specific news related to say Central Armed Police Forces, related to policing, if Supreme Court is celebrating certain things, then you have to know if Supreme Court has given some guidelines which is having repercussion on our society, on our international relations, on our country's aggregate affairs, then you should know. If any achievement is there, if Karpuri Thakur got Bharat Ratna, then obviously posthumously, then you should know about that. If Lal Krishna Advani is getting Bharat Ratna, then you have to be in a condition that you should discuss about pros and cons. But while discussing pros and cons, you should be liberal and you should be unbiased. And even if there are certain aspects you know that are politically motivated, but you should say that in balanced way. Don't take it as in harsh way or say in such a way that it is not suitable. Telling the truth in different way, that makes a lot of difference. Okay, so and as a civilized citizens, directly you should not criticize government in harsh way. There are certain parameters on which you are criticizing. Yes, that should be in healthy manner. Okay. So some of the qualities to be judged are mental alertness, critical powers of assimilation, clear and logical exposition, balance of judgment, variety and depth of interest. These are all things I will discuss one by one. Okay. Ability for social cohesion and leadership, intellectual and moral integrity. Okay. The technique of the interview or personality test is not that of a strict cross-examination, but of a natural, though directed and purposive conversation, which is intended to reveal the mental qualities of the candidate. It is not about just they are countering you. Yeah, for example, sometime if any news anchor or any editor or the news channel expert, they are taking interview of some persons while they are taking interview of some powerful personality, many time who are so strong that are fearful, then they ask polite question. But to those person who they think that person will not do anything, sometimes they are asking very unnatural type of things. So here it is not about cross examination. You are not a criminal. You are not there to just to expertise on one topic. It is about the general talk in natural environment. Ki, yes, you are the person who is having some experiences of your life, and you should say, yes, I'm this candidate. I'm having certain things. Okay, so it should be directed. Not see when we are talking with our friends, our family members. Sometimes the talk is directionless. Sometimes, for example, I'm talking to some of my friends. I'm not directed towards anything, just talking here and there. Same my friends are doing, but when I am on job, they are on job, they are doing the things in organized way. That's the thing. The interview or personality test is not intended to be a test either of a specialized or general knowledge of the candidate, which have been already tested through their written papers. So written papers, they have already tested you. In paper one, they have tested multiple or choice questions through multiple choice questions with negative marking of 1/3. They have asked questions related to Indian polity. They have asked questions related to general science. They have asked questions related to history. They have asked questions related to art and culture. They have asked related to questions related to defense, internal security, budget, economic survey, human aspects, and quantitative aptitudes, and general mental ability. In second paper, they ask questions related to essay, argument writing, report writing, reading comprehension, precis writing, grammar, etc. Language, you can say. So after checking general knowledge and in certain area of specific knowledge, you are there. And even after clearing your written examination, written paper. You were undergone, you were undergoing physical test, physical standard test, and medical test. After clearing all stages, you are there. So now you are in top 1% in your respective group. So it is not about key they are asking a specialized knowledge. It is a bunch of different parameters on which you will be judged. Candidates are expected to have taken an intelligent interest not only in their special subjects of academic study, but also in the events which are happening around them, both within and outside their own state or country, as well as in modern currents of thought and in new discoveries, which should rouse the curiosity of well-educated youth. If certain things are being invented, used, if there is chat GPT, you cannot say I'm not aware about chat GPT. I'm a person who is more concerned about hardbound book. I'm not concerned about this online learning. No, you cannot say. If any changes is happening, then you must know. If there is any political news, you must know. This year general election will be conducted, and your interview will be after election. So you cannot say, okay, sir, I'm not interested in politics. That's fine. You are not going to join politics sooner. Obviously, if you are applying for assistant commandant and you are going for interview, in immediate future, your target is not to join politics. That's true. It is not the things now. Once you qualify assistant commandant, you will say, yes, now I'm assistant commandant, qualified as assistant commandant, I will join politics. No, in near future, you are not going to join. But you should know what are the main agenda in your area, on which ground elections were fought, on which ground you voted if you have voted in your election. It is not important that they will ask to which candidate you have voted. No, that they will not ask because that is your personal choice. But they may ask what are certain criteria you take in consideration while voting for a particular candidate. You are directly not voting for prime minister. You are voting for member of parliament. So what are your criteria? So you should be in that condition. So broad area. So in the board would broadly assess the candidates inter alia in the following. So physical makeup. Physical makeup means your look, how you are looking. It is not about someone is having natural charm or natural beauty on their face. No, that is not a concern because every human is made in different circumstances and geography, parental aspects, and all a lot matters. Okay, but you should consider on those aspects which are under your control. So you should be concerned about physical makeup. See, since this assistant commandant examination, their physical requirement is there. Once you qualified physical standard test, then only you are there. So your physical makeup matters a lot. For example, you appear in physical and medical, some in December and some in January. Once you clear physical and medical, and after that, you are just keeping adding weight on your body, and after 4 5 months, you are not means you are overweight and all, then it gives bad impression. You cleared physical and medical, so you should be in that condition, maintain your shape. It is not about perfection, but you should be in that condition. So physical, so first point is appearance. Appearance means your outer outfit, outer outfit in terms of clothing. Your clothes should be neat and clean. Obviously, nowadays, for example, everyone is going in coat pant, tie. In our time, suit was not required, or you can say maximum people were going without suit. So the time when I appeared in interview, obviously my batch was 2013. In 2012 batch, I did not appear. Okay, so in 2013, so we were just pant, dark color pant, formal shoes, black shoes, white shirt, and tie. So that should be neat and clean. But nowadays, it is a means almost everyone, almost I'm saying, are going in suit. For female, they can wear sari, suit, depending on. Okay, so your outfit should be good. It is not about you are wearing show costly cloth. No, that is not a requirement. But you should look like yes, you are ready to take the responsibility. See, in force, looks matter a lot. Your dressing and all matters a lot, and particularly that is more important when the chairperson is from armed forces background. So appearance is your outer look. Okay, so your outer look should be good enough. Wearing means key how you are standing. Some candidates are getting less marks because they are not standing, for example, or walking in a formal way. Okay, so when you are, for example, coming inside room, your, for example, your body should be straight, your step should be in a good manner. Once you are standing, so you should be in a straight posture. Okay, so here it is about your gesture, you can say, your posture, your focus, your conduct. Means, for example, while you are sitting on chair, so you are unnecessarily watching here and there, looking here and there. While replying to one member, you are looking to other member. While sitting, you are making unnecessary gestures. So that all things should be considered. Next, manners and mannerism. Manners means socially acceptable behavior. Okay, socially acceptable behavior. Let us take, for example, when you are sitting on chair and in front of you, your table is there. So you will not keep your feet on table when someone is there. So that gives bad manner. For example, obviously, don't take a example of movie and all. So see in the movie Tiranga, Rajkumar, for example, he keeps shoes in front of the villain. That time he is jailer. So he says कि तुम्हारी जूते तुम्हारी हिम्मत कैसे हुई है ये जूते ऐसे रखने की. तो he says ना कि तुम जैसे लोगों से एक तरह से हमारे जूते बात करते हैं. तो दैट शुड नॉट बी देयर. सो मैनर्स की हाउ यू आर सोशली एक्सेप्टेबल बिहेवियर एंड नॉर्म्स in different society and different surroundings there may be different manners, but while you are going in interview you should look like yes you are having etiquettes that governs interaction between individuals or within society. Okay, your politeness. If you are not knowing any question, answer of any question, then politely you should say sorry, or you can say please, sir, sir, ma'am, can you repeat that? Okay, so you have to give consideration of the other person. You should say thank you. You should say please, etc. Next is mannerism. So mannerism is your habitual gesture, your behavior, unconscious behavior, you can say here. Means individual unconscious behavior. Sometimes what happens ki, you are sitting on somewhere and you are unnecessarily moving your feet, or you are means doing some certain thing but which is not good, and you are doing unconsciously. So mannerism is something unique facial expression, and this is like personal traits. So you should look to that also. Next is your general intelligence, aptitude, and interest. General intelligence means overall cognitive ability. Okay, so your cognitive ability to learn something, if you are ready to learn certain aspects, reason, your reasoning, why you are saying something. You should have reason to say something. Then problem solving aptitude and attitude, you can say, and adaptation in new situation across different areas. When you are going, it is said now, when you are in Rome, behave like Romans. So these are also considered in. Then, for example, it is said now, uh, IQ is also there, okay, in parts of general intelligence. Then, for example, awareness about the surroundings, your reasoning, etc. Okay, so your visual awareness, your emotional intelligence, your attention, your creativity, the choices of your language means here it is not about Hindi and English. In language also in politeness you have to show. Then it is about attitude. Okay, so attitude in the sense ki your natural ability or talent for a particular skill, activity or type of work. It is innate quality. It is your inherent quality. It is inside you. And for example, your inner talent. It is said now that boy has inner talent, inner strength, inner core is very strong. Okay. Potential for success, variability in different environment, development, and your assessment. And interest means you are really interested to join the job. It is not about you are just keeping a secondary option. These are my target was serious, my target to become an officer in Indian Armed Forces. But unfortunately, I did not get opportunity, and I'm here. There. No, you should not say so. You should say, yes, I'm interested in uniform forces. I was trying for serious, but unfortunately, I did not get selected there. But it is providing me similar type of interest. That shows, yes, it is similarity. Don't say yes just for formality. I'm here. No. Next, about ability to perceive, analyze, and present facts and situations. If any situation is there, then you should perceive. It is said now, read between the lines, what they want, what types of answer they want. You have to perceive that thing. You have to analyze any situation scenario they are giving you. You have to present fact. If any factual backup is required, then you should present that. And you should generate a situation or understand the situation. Okay. Next, work related aptitude. Okay. Like discipline, empathy, sympathy, etc. Then extracurricular activities, participation in games, sports, debate, and extracurricular activities. There is different section. So whatever interest or extracurricular activities you have written, you should have knowledge, sufficient knowledge. Not cannot say about thorough, detailed knowledge, but sufficient knowledge. Okay? And if you have participated, see, many candidates are not writing about the participation in game, sports, debates, etc. You should write certain things because you are going to participate in physical activity. You are going to be an assistant commandant where physical activity is one of the important part. And sports games, sports are important part of your life. Sports are not keeping only you in good shape. They are not making you physically healthy, but they are making you mentally alert. They are teaching you discipline. They are teaching you group coordination, to respect other players, to utilize the strength of other person. For example, if you are playing cricket in team, you alone cannot do well unless your team members are doing better. Okay, so keep that thing in mind. Next is your disposition. Okay, dispositions means person's inherent qualities of mind and character. Okay, so it is about any person's inherent quality means it is innate quality of mind and character, including their typical mood. You said now the person's mood is changing too frequently. So your mood, how you are taking certain things, your temperament, your attitudes, and inclinations towards certain things. It is the natural tendency, or you can say it is habitual way of your thinking, such as your temperament, your attitudes, or the beliefs, your consistency towards certain things. If I'm saying always, in entire interview, you should maintain your consistency regarding certain aspects. You are standing for that. Then impact on your behavior, development and changes. Whatever changes in society and all are happening, you should be ready to take that. Next, leadership. You are going to be a leader. You are going to be a commander. 134 people will be theoretically under your command. So you should show leadership quality. Then drive. Drive means motivational state or psychological needs. Every person is having certain needs. And Maslow Abraham, you have must have heard. So it is physiological needs is basic thing, but you are not just concerned about physiological needs. Means the भौतिक जरूरत कह सकते हैं, शारीरिक जरूरत जो जीने के लिए जरूरत हो. So physiological needs, then regarding security needs, then social needs, then your finally your self-actualization. Okay, so your achievement drive, your power drives, your affiliation drives, your stimulation drive, your self-actualization drive is the final drive. Then determination. Yes, I am determined to do this work, and quick decision making, etc. Sometime if you are making if you are taking 2 minutes to decide certain thing, you may be finished. Sometime that's why there is na QRT, quick reaction team, or QAT, quick action team. So once, for example, in somewhere, for example, if you are going for NSG, SPG, or different types of security group, so you should be quick in your decision making, your action. Then self-reliance. Sometime it may happen that you have to act on your own. There may be no external support. At that time, you have to believe in yourself. Then ability to face a stress and crisis. Certain time there may be a stress. Certain time there may be challenges. So you should have a stamina to face any stress and crisis. Certain time that may happen. Just let us take example of the scenario where there is any problem in your weapon, when there is problem in communicating with your colleagues, groups, troops. At that time, how you are managing the things. Then your courage, moral and physical. It is, yes, physically you must be courageous because you are there in the job after completing your physical and medical. So physically you should be strong enough. You should have courage. Yes, I will do this big thing, but you should moral courage is having same importance. Then your behavioral aspects of personality means interpersonal relations with superiors and subordinates. For example, as a gazetted officer, you are directly appointed gazetted officer. So at you, some officers are means majority of officers are above you at that time of assistant commandant. Gradually, you will rise higher in hierarchy. So as assistant commandant, your senior will be your deputy commandant, your second in command, your commandant, your DIG, your IG, or different in CISF, for example, some different names are there. And your subordinates, your inspector, your sub-inspector, your assistant sub-inspector, your head constable, your constable, and other supporting staffs. So interpersonal relations, how you will behave with your superiors and subordinates. Then commitment to values. Okay, integrity. Integrity means your consistency and honesty of your action. If obviously you will not keep your behavior consistent in terms of senior and junior, superior and subordinates, but consistency in the sense you will keep your honesty in your action. Ki sometime you will be honest, sometime dishonest. No, you should keep your values and your principles should be intact. After getting some minor benefits, or in fact any illegal benefits, you should not change your mind. You should follow the discipline, your rules. Okay, your consistency, secular and national orientation. This is more important at this time when, for example, their society is divided so much, and when there is election, वो कहते हैं ना कि सरहदों पे तनाव है, पता करो क्या देश में चुनाव है, या कुछ जो धार्मिक एक्सेट्रा बहुत सारे अभी हो रहे हैं. तो हमेशा ध्यान रखो कि आप इंडियन हो। कभी इंडियन मूवी एक नाम क्या है ना, बोलता मैं इंडियन हूँ, तो वो है कि आप यू आर एन इंडियन and you are not representing any religion. You are not there for religious purposes. Yes, your religious identity is your own personal behavior, but you have to respect all. Obviously, in our case, in Indian case, it is the positive traits of religion. So you should follow that, and national orientation. Nation first, follow me. It was said, for example. Okay, so that you should these things you should keep in mind. Possession of NCCB or certificate will be a desirable qualification that I have already discussed. These qualifications will be given consideration at the time of interview or personality test only. So no other advantage. And in maximum time, it is seen that yes, those who are not having NCCB or certificate, they are getting in fact higher marks. But that doesn't mean they are saying yes, if you are in NCCB and you have worked in that with your interest and you are replying that question related to that thing, then definitely you will have advantage. So in short, all these points, these aspects are there while judging a candidates, but they are not asking related to theory. In practice, they are observing you. For example, 4 to 5 people will be there in board, and all will one will ask question and other will observe. Maybe sometime some other people may ask question and maybe that person itself is observing. Okay, so you will be in constant observation on different parameters, and once you are doing well, so you should know about that. And every person is having some difference. Every person is having its own set of values, so you should show. But in general, things it should be not only regarding your self-respect, but you have to respect the other self-respect also. Okay. So this is in a small about related to your interview, what all parameters they will ask question related and what they will observe. Okay. So observation and questions. If you are having any questions, query, doubts, you can comment in comment box or you can message me on personal message on WhatsApp number 8527146498 or Telegram number 7404909669. Okay, thank you.